And obviously what is trying to be balanced for our city is, on the one hand, this great desire in Vision Zero to reduce the number of road deaths to zero, to make this a city in which people are safer to walk and to cycle, and also, of course, to improve our environment. I think something that everybody feels strongly about, pollution in the air. Now, in a sense, certainly the latter is not a matter for me. I'm aware that these measures, which are designed to do all those things, can and do slow down all traffic, and
police.
They deter people from driving, and that's part of the point. But on occasion, when I'm
Are they hindering your officers?
On occasion, of course, it is harder for our officers to get through streets and roads that they previously could get through much faster. As with any measure which. Well, I'm not calling for a review. What I say is I am looking at it carefully. Of course I am. And on occasion we will talk to, we will have a conversation with Transport for London to point out where a particular thing might cause real difficulties. But it's a difficult balancing act. Of course it is. We all want to save lives, and all the measures that are being taken are designed to save lives. But we're a life-saving organisation as well.
Well, it's interesting you would say saving lives, because one of my colleagues, Matthew Thompson, was out with some of your colleagues with the operation that we talked about.
I know.
Good. And one of your colleagues said this.
So these have all been put in all around the borough, the low traffic neighbourhoods, which obviously if we're chasing people with machetes and I'm coming round the corner, I can't go anywhere, that's 4 people with machetes got away. Because of all these measures and everything like that, it won't be long until somebody passes away because some emergency services can't get to somebody, whether it be police, ambulance or fire brigade.
Referencing your comment again, you're a life-saving operation or organisation. Your colleague there would not have been able to get to 4 people with machetes. Something needs to be done, Commissioner.
Well, I understand. I completely understand his perspective. I go out in vehicles a lot. Many of my best friends drive response vehicles. Many of them were driving ambulances not so long ago, and they absolutely do comment on this. But what I'm saying is that as a city, decisions have to be made overall. And it can't just be about the ability for, you wouldn't say to me, Nick, that putting in a new tower block gets in the way of the officers. It might get in the way of the officers, but it shouldn't be done because it's going to slow down a particular officer.
I don't want your blokes and women turning a corner and they can't continue their pursuit.
I absolutely accept that it is really getting quite difficult for them in some places, and our response times will suffer. However, on the other hand, and that's frustrating for them. On the other hand, it may be that other people's deaths are reduced, and also this is a long-term thing about trying to make, as I understand it, not my issue, trying to make our city safer for cyclists and safer for pedestrians.
So who's
and
right?
Less pollution.
Your colleague or the mayor?
I think they're both right.
Come along, no, seriously. You can't both be right.
Well, they're both trying
one wants them, one doesn't. How can they both be right?
They're both trying to achieve good ends. The mayor has the overall responsibility.
Well, one's trying to stop 4 blokes with machetes.
Well, you're giving me a very specific
Indeed, that's what policing
example.
Is about, isn't it?
Yes, but I think we've probably come to the end of this argument, Nick. I'm not.
You're not shifting.
No,
All right, okay.